We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Oh, man. This is why we see Bradley Beal is considered a budding star. He's a good spot-up shooter, but he can score out of the pick and roll, extremely smooth in most things that he does. And the only thing that's held him back is his health.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
They are pounding it down low. Back right after this.
Slice the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play. Right
For
there.
Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Miami had some issues in the first quarter. The deficit for them just seemed to grow and grow, eventually reaching the 10-point mark at one stage of the period. They got on a more positive track in the second quarter, coming together offensively and getting enough stops to come from behind and grab a 2-point lead at the half. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, in large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
But when you have it there, you got to use it.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Heat lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you
Jordan
practice
player of the
every
game,
day.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David
guys.
Aldridge.
I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thank you, David. Simmons with it. Dishes to Reddick. Pass to Embiid. All alone. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Wade. They get it back. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid.
When Wade gets that low in the paint, it's best to just send him to the line. He's too strong down there.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Wade. And here are the 76ers now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Now the pass to Embiid and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Dragic, and the lead is down inside single digits. Dragic has got 10 points in just the second half. Now here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Over Whiteside, and the shot goes in from Embiid. Embiid's got 5 points now this quarter.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Wade. Dragic against Simmons. For 3, Richardson. Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Getting involved when it counts. Whiteside getting it done.
Simmons passes to Embiid, and it's Dragic with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Philadelphia with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Here's Embiid, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Heat. He kicks to Wade. Back to Dragic. Oh, good with the triple.
In this second half, the defense have been baiting him to shoot the 3, and we're seeing why.
Again, Philadelphia.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Passes it to Wade. Back to Dragic. And it's off from 3-point range. First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And Embiid drops them both.
Wow, stepping up in the clutch. Great way to end this.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 11. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Right side, no good. Now the 76ers with it. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Now here's McConnell, guarded closely. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. If we play together, play hard, we can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone. Planning for more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Ernie, you see this Band-Aid I got on my wrist? You know why? Because they're fouling too much. It's tough to get going in transition when the other team's shooting free throws. And also, I think they've been caught out of position and have been reacting way too much defensively.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just
chance
great.
Now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Get the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Part of their offense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did
Our
just
Jordan
that.
player of the game, Zach LaVine.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone. It's the first quarter. Jazz lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Marc Gasol playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the
For
TV.
David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. The second quarter was a different story than the first. They played with energy and confidence in building a 3-point lead at the break. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Way too many turnovers, Ernie. I understand pushing the action, trying to make things happen, but you got to be under control. Forced turnovers are one thing. Being completely careless is another. At least they have another half of basketball to improve.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
With a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did
And now
just
we've got
that.
a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Andrew Wiggins.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, They just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long. Great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. We saw Jamal Crawford lighting it up in the first half. He had 13 points, 3 steals, and 1 block. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
They were undisciplined, turning it over way too much. Poor ball handling, lazy passing. These guys have had to be counting their lucky stars that this game has not gotten away from them.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right
Jordan,
in
player
the
of the
pocket.
game, Paul George.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. It's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay mean, Ernie. You cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
They're not getting to the line or putting enough pressure on the defense. They have to be much more aggressive pushing the basketball, going hard to the rack. Because if you want the refs to make a call, put them in the position to make a judgment call. If you're not creating opportunities for contact, you have no chance of picking up points at the line.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Him in the slightest.
And we'll be back with you shortly. Of our Jordan player of the game, Buddy Hield.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable they can rely on.
This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later. We'll return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 16 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
The competitive nature of Steph Curry. Got it going in the first half and would not let up. Even when facing length defensively, his ball handling and quick release wins out.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Offense they need right now. We come back right after this.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. Two guards
That's going to do it for
have
now.
to be able to...
For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.